Marco.
Yes.
Marco. Marco.
Yes. Listen to these ones.
Marco, go spruce up.
Listen.
Marco, go spruce up.
That's haram.
Oh, it's too quiet.
That's haram.
I gotta make them louder. Hold on. Shit, that didn't go how I wanted it to. I gotta turn up these effects. Listen.
Marco, go spruce up.
Marco, go spruce up.
That's haram.
That's haram and...
Yeehaw.
Oh, no, that's the same one. But yeah, I added those two.
That's haram.
Marco, go spruce up.
I love it. I love y'all. Hope you guys are doing good. We're back. It is Friday. It's Friday. Got to get down on Friday. Looking forward to the weekend. You know, classic song. Hope you guys are good. Make sure you thumbs up the ting, you know.
Thumbs up the team.
Click like on the stream. It's free to do. It only takes, less than a second, regardless of what device you're using. If you're on a phone, boom, you liked it. If you're on your computer, boom, you liked it. It's done. What is up to everybody in the chat, all my members? I love to see the cult growing. I love to see the chat green. Okay, yes, y'all already know about the new emojis. Good. Did my week get better? It's getting better, but I'm still dealing with some things. Nothing some bags can't fix. That's for sure. I wanted to ask you guys about this. So I have this dono goal that's up on the screen called the Goon Raffle. And let me explain this, okay? Basically, I've done this before on my stream where I have like a total dono goal amount. And I have a total dono goal amount, and I basically, it goes like this, okay? Okay, never mind. I can't. I'm trying to look this thing up. Okay, I've done this before where it's like, okay, here's the rules. The rules are, I want to put together like a bundle of resources for you guys. You know, I'm always recommending these books like Ponzi-nomics, Combating Cult Mind Control, Freedom of Mind, etc. These books that are like on topic, but you know, have to do with what we're talking about. But I don't want to be like, hey guys, go buy this, go buy this, go buy that. 1 second. So, had to adjust the fan. Write this down. So I've done little raffles before on my stream in previous years where it's like I put together a box that includes like some merchandise, some personal effects and belongings of mine, like books and books that influenced me, and comic books and CDs and things of that nature, DVDs, whatever. And I thought it might be a cool idea to do a similar one, a similar type thing for now that I'm back doing this anti-MLM content. So, you know, basically the way it always went was like it would be $5 to enter the raffle. And every increment of $5 that was donated through the Streamlabs link until the dono goal was filled up would count as an entry, one entry. You could enter as many times. But that way it was like an affordable way for anybody to potentially win. And win like a whole bundle of, merchandise, books, whatever that they'd likely be interested in without having to go and buy it. And then even if you didn't win, the consolation is that, well, you were still supporting the boy anyways. I even have a wheel. I even have a spin wheel widget that actually, it's like, you know what? Let me just see if I can even show it to you. Where is the spin wheel here? Here, spin wheel. Yeah, and I can like customize each of the different, wow. I can customize each of the different names. Let me see, can I do this? Can I clear the categories? Save settings. Okay, so it looks like this right now. But the scene basically would look like this. And then in the different, thank you, Legend Gaming. Thank you. In the different whatevers, I could add like, where's the thing? Oh, I lost it now. Yay, I lost it. Test. Could I put that in there? Oh, here, add category. Yeah, add category. Okay, boom. Add category, add category, add category. This is just the template, right? So if I save it, now, oh, that looks terrible. Now there's a bunch of different options on there. Let me save this. There, now that's better. And then you could like, it's basically like this. It spins, and then it would land on somebody's name. This way you know it's actually random. It's not any like, you know, what? It's not like I'm picking somebody's name. But I don't know. I just wondered if you guys would think that's cool to do something like that. I don't know. Thank you, by the way, again, Legend Gaming. Yeah. Janet Miller changed her name. Yay, you did it, you did it. So, anyways, thumbs up the stream anyways, y'all, because it's free to do. Anyways, let me know if you guys want to do that, and maybe I will just even say, yeah, you know what? Legend Gaming, there you go. You have 2 entries. Legend Gaming, you have 2 entries towards the giveaway raffle. You should do this, but with bingo. Oh, interesting. I wonder how I would do that. Okay, so today, though, as per the title of the stream, we are going to be watching this video by Ray Higdon. The thumbnail says, here, you'll see the thumbnail right here. So the thumbnail shows, thumbnail, where is he? Somebody asked me to play the Island song, too, by the way. There you go. So the thumbnail shows Ray Higdon. This is the thumbnail. The Truth Exposed, it says. And it's Ray Higdon and John Oliver. And basically, thank you, Denny. Thumbs up the ting. Yes, yes.
Thumbs up the ting.
Basically, so you guys probably know this video already. John Oliver. What is this? Jackie Chan, John Cena, new movie? What the fuck? Sorry, I get distracted. So there's this video, multi-level marketing, 34 million views. The Spanish version has 5.4. So basically 40 million combined views on these 2 uploads, right? Now, this is a hugely successful John Oliver video. I wonder if this is even among his, like, top 10. Damn, look how much he aged in 9 years. I can't believe they're poking fun of it in this banner up here. But damn, John, that's like an Obama level aging. Anyways, yeah, dude, this is, wow, the 5th most viewed John Oliver video is the MLM one. That's crazy. Behind government surveillance, Trump, televangelists, and Trump again. Wow. Insane. So, hugely successful video. Shout out to Robert Fitzpatrick, author of Ponzi-nomics and friend of You See It. He helped with that John Oliver video. He was, I believe, a consultant on it. What up, Meredith? And it is very rewatchable, very hilarious, very good. Ray's hair gel on point. What up, Tretino? Nobody has anything to say about the Goon raffle. All good. You know what? Maybe I won't do it in terms of won't do it in terms of like $5 increments or whatever. Maybe I'll just do it in terms of whoever donates anything up until this dono goal is filled is eligible, and I'll put all those names in the thing. Here, let's change it, and we'll call it. I'll start it at the same amount. $13 is what we were at, I think. Yep. 12, and then I'll just call it the Goon giveaway instead of the Goon raffle. Goon here, Goon giveaway. Or just giveaway. Giveaway. Boom. Sounds good. Okay, cool. So Ray Higdon has a video where he is going to debunk this 30-minute long video somehow in only 16 minutes. Can't wait to see that. So, Ray is Killer Croc in the Batman lore. Y'all are hilarious. Yes, I heard Jessie Lee War left Pruvit, and then somebody sent me something else and said that she's actually just going to the corporate level of Pruvit. So actually, she's still in the MLM, yay. Well, thank you, Boo Thing, for saying you will enter the raffle. Let me get your toaster if I win the raffle. I actually do have an extra toaster that I could give you, Specs. Yeah, straight up, Pam, the amount of people that have watched that video shows how despised MLMs are. By the way, thumbs up, the ting. Eleni, what days do you review Building Fortunes Radio? I react to BFR on Saturdays. Those are the days when BFR is on and poppin', and boy, oh boy, tomorrow's stream is going to be good because not only are Scott and Peter doing another episode, the first episode since I revealed Scott's face last week, but we're also going to be looking at the videos that Scott did with Glenn from Australia because there was, I guess, some calls that happened between Glenn and Scott where Scott tries to act like he's not pissed about me showing his face and whatever. So can't wait to see that. But anywho, Beyond says, here's how a goon bingo could work. Pay to get a login code for bingo. You can then validate when people get a bingo. Interesting. Sounds like a lot of work. Okay, Legend wants my socks. Got you. They're going to be so fired up tomorrow for sure. Between your rebuttal time being at least half, then less than third of the actual argument will be there. Yeah. Yep. What up, Panda? Okay, so by the way, only there's still 40 of y'all that haven't clicked like on the stream, which doesn't make sense.
Thumbs up the ting.
Because it's free to do and only takes a second. I don't want to keep saying it, but I have this button that I can press, and when I press it, it puts in the chat me saying thumbs up the ting. So love it. Stephanie, yeah, you got to watch that last Saturday episode. Okay. Now she has insurance, Jessie Lee Ward. How convenient for her. No kidding. Never thought of that. It's kind of sus. Okay, so tomorrow, 7 p.m., Building Fortunes Radio. Here's the video. Let's get into it. Ray Higdon, it's called Multilevel. By the way, the title that he put for his video is the exact same title as the John Oliver video. Not even Ray Higdon reacts to. It's just the same title. Multilevel Marketing. Last week tonight with John Oliver. Obviously, he's trying to get that SEO, search engine optimization, so that when people actually are looking for the proper video, they find Ray's instead. So let's watch it. Oh, completely silent. He's a mute.
On Last Week Tonight with John Oliver, he talked about multi-level marketing. And this is, it's been around for a little bit, but I took the time to dive into it, and I'm going to share with you why he's wrong.
Wow, what a talk. I swear to God, Ray Higdon wears the worst shirts. The worst shirts. Thank you, Jerry Jack. No, I won't expose your face.
You're broke! You're fucking poor!
Thank you, bro.
I was one of those...
Hartej Higdon, no.
Wagwan, my guys.
Wow.
I'm not a loser.
God did!
Hartej Higdon, a mix of Hartej from my WFG video and Ray Higdon. Amazing. Thank you for that.
Suckers that bought in.
Let's see.
I was one of those suckers that bought into the multi-level marketing dream, and I joined it when I was dead broke, but went on to become the #1 incomer of that company, making millions of dollars.
I failed at every other translation for us humans who have empathy and a moral compass and a conscience. When he says, I was flat broke and I ended up becoming the #1 earner, that translates to, I failed in every other form of legitimate business that I tried because I was a bad businessman. And so I opted to deceiving people at scale in order to become successful in MLM, and now I am. That's the translation for you.
And so I want to share with you some of the things that I learned and why he is wrong. So we're going to talk about, is it true that most people don't get a check? Is it true that only the people at the
Let me guess. He's going to say most realtors don't get a check.
top make money? Is it true that there's all these reps that are just saddled with all of this product and really sad? We're going to talk about all those things. So like I mentioned, I got serious about network marketing back in 2009. I was dead broke. I was wiped out from the real estate market crash, and I attended a meeting. I'm like, you know what? no one's hiring. I'm dead broke. My credit is shot. I don't know what else I'm going to do. To be honest, I didn't want to do network marketing, but
for my goon tax.
Exactly. Thank you, Kilikina. Appreciate that a lot. Really appreciate you guys' support, man. I'm going through some things right now. And I mean, I'm James Bond. I'm always going to figure it out. But appreciate you guys still. It means a lot for real.
I really didn't feel like I had any options. And so I joined that company, went on to become the #1 income earner of that company, made millions with that company.
Does anyone know what company this is that he's talking about, by the way?
Which I'm super, super grateful for. Fast forward a few years, back in 2016, my wife and I, we actually sold our network marketing position. Now, a lot of times you hear people say that network marketing isn't a real business. Well, how'd I sell it? You know what I mean? Like I sold it. It was a profitable business. I sold that business.
Yeah, you could. Of course, you could sell your downline. Of course, you could.
Center, and now I coach.
That doesn't legitimize it. That doesn't make it now a legitimate business. Just like if you were a drug dealer and you decided to get out of the game and you sold your phone with all of your contacts in it of people that were hitting you up, and you said to some other drug dealer, hey, this is how much money I'm making off the phone each month. You want to buy it from me? Does it make drug dealing now a legit or legal or good thing? Of course not. It's ridiculous.
Train network marketers. I speak at a lot of different company events, and I work with a lot of leaders. I have a leader.
By the way, sorry, I just got to pause real quick because I got to bring the chat over to this window. I forgot to do this. And then there we go. Okay.
Right now that's bringing home $1 million a month. I have another leader that has a team of over 750,000 people. Now, those are not normal. They're lunatics. They work really, really, really hard. And so that's part of the themes that I'm going to cover in this video is this whole hype thing. Because one of the...
Thank you, Brant DeBoers, for saying my arms look thick. Appreciate that, bro. Appreciate that.
One of the big things that John Oliver talked about in Last Week Tonight was how it's all built around hype, but like there's no meat on the bones. The reason that this can be difficult to kind of wrap your mind around is because there's no comparison. Well, network marketing is no different than any sales.
Oh.
It is a sales job, right? And not a job, but it is sales, right? You are in sales.
I would actually, you know what? I would actually go out on a limb here and argue that drug dealing is a more legitimate, not saying legal, but legitimate form of business than multi-level marketing. Because if you're selling drugs to somebody that wants to buy them, then that actually is direct sales and a product-based sales business where you are selling something where the person wants to buy it. And the level of deception really only goes so far as however much you hype up the product. In MLM, what they are selling you is a completely fictitious, non-existent thing, amorphous idea of financial freedom, time freedom. And of course, you pay into it and pay into it and pay into it and pay into it, and you never end up getting said product. So if you want to, it's really crazy. This is the biggest scam in human history that we're witnessing right now.
And so like anything in sales, it has to do with one thing, and that is how many people are you getting in front of your product? To help you understand this, I'm going to share with you some actual data.
And Paz, look at that face. I can't. And Paz says, channeling Peter. I became an area vice president because I did what Joe told me to, right? How many times did Ray hire and fire himself? No clue. Marco is down bad. He just won't say it. There you go. Don't button my shirt up. Lunatics work really hard. Write this down. Selling the phone sounds like a tool scam. Yeah, Ray does talk with his hands a lot. I feel like it's just to distract you. Like it's like, look over here. Numis? Huh. Yeah, Julie for sure would know. Shout out to Julie. Okay. By the way, thumbs up the stream, y'all. Click like on the video. 130 watching, only 100 likes. Come on, y'all. Don't disappoint me now. Come on now. Marco, you're Batman and you have to save Gotham. Thank you. I actually have a Batman costume. Maybe I should do a Batman stream Did I already do that once? I feel like I did. Ray dresses like a 6-year-old boy on picture day. You guys kill me. That was a great comment.
Something to help you deal with having to listen to Ray's nonsense.
Thank you, Allie. Appreciate you, bro. Wow. First, Ray sits like a police dog. Now, Ray dresses like a 6-year-old boy on picture day. So funny. MLM is no different than any other sales job, except for almost everything. Exactly, Panda. Yeah, true. Where can I buy merch? Says, who said that? Legend Gaming? Legend Gaming just literally setting somebody else up to say it. And of course, Panda and Jared both posted the link. Thank you guys. Yeah, you could get this cool anti-pyramid shirt that I'm wearing right now. This cool anti-pyramid phone case that I have on my phone right now. Samsung, iPhone, whatever. Alwaysmarketmerch.com. Let's get them bags. Let's get them bags. Network marketing strategy is to go existential and say stuff like, life is a scam. Yeah. The new Losing Fortunes Radio Tea, always a great choice. So true. Thank you, Legend, for being a great customer. MLM is pay to win, but you don't win. So true. Hey, bro, I need a dub. What if I told you could smoke for free if you just recruited 6 other dealers? So funny. Yeah. All right. Here we go.
From a good friend of mine, Tim Sales. I want to give him a shout.
No! And what are the odds? We just reacted to Tim Sales last week. Wow, that's a thumbnail face. Somebody screenshot that.
How many people are you getting in front of your product? To help you understand this, I'm going to...
What's worse, Ray's hair or Ray's shirt? Look at that shirt. It's like he has no neck.
Share with you some actual data from a good friend of mine, Tim Sales. I want to give him a shout out because he did a lot of work.
Tim Sales data is a made up idea. Oh, somebody ordered. Somebody made an order from alwaysmarketmerch.com, y'all. We love to see it. Thank you, whoever this was. Let's see who it was. Drum roll, please. Legend Gaming again. The top G, the top goon, Legend Gaming, buying the anti-pyramid iPhone case. Legend, I love you, bro. Legend has been supporting me since 2019, and frankly, supported me so strongly, and he's the #1 supporter, frankly. So true. You look at what's happening in Streamlabs, it's unbelievable. So I couldn't resist.
To figure out this data. And so there are, in the year 2019, there were 700,000 people that got started toward becoming a realtor. 113.
How did I know, bro? I might literally be, besides Robert Fitzpatrick and Doug Brooks and Bill Keep and Peter Vandernet, I might be one of the top people in the world for like just knowing the game at this point. Because how did I call that he was going to say real estate? I haven't watched this yet.
1,000 of them attempted to pass the exam. Okay, so follow me here. So 700,000 bought the materials to become a realtor. You got that? Now, might someone buy the materials to be a realtor and they just wanted to learn real estate? I'd argue no.
Fake laugh, all good. Tim should change his middle name to Direct. Wow, Tim Direct Sales.
Materials to be a realtor and they just wanted to learn real estate? I'd argue no. Because they're overpriced and it's kind of weird. It's about contracts and it's about legalese and it's things that it's not like how to sell real estate. They actually don't talk a lot about that. It's mainly about how to cover your butt, legalese, contracts. You buy the real estate study course because you want to become a realtor. Okay, so out of 700,000 people that paid money to start that path, 113,000 of them attempted to pass the exam. 50,000 of them passed the exam. Of those 50,000, 37,500 sold at least one home. That's good news, right? So check out this statistics here. So out of 50,000 passed the exam, 37,500 sold a home. Hey, that's not too bad. Now, when you sell a home, the average commission is $5,000, right? Not breaking the bank, but you made a sale. How'd they make a sale? Well, they made a sale because they found a lead, right? Either through marketing or prospecting. They went to a networking meeting, exchanged business cards, got someone, followed up with them, right? So they found a lead either through marketing, through magazine.
Let's get this dono train rolling.
Wow.
Fuck yeah. Fuck yeah.
Thank you, Ming. Peter Mingles.
Yeah. Fuck yeah, you stupid fucking asshole. You're a little mini inch. Come on, Marco. Fuck 'em, balls. Marco. You remember, Marco? You know everything, remember? Remember, Marco? You know everything.
Ming with the big bag. Thank you, Ming. I appreciate that. Wow. Was that 50 bones? Let me see that. Ming, man. Who was that dropped that Ming bag? No way. Thank you, bro. I don't know if who donated that wants me to say who it is, but thank you, bro. For real. Insane. Yeah. Panda says, so you're saying a real estate license course teaches you how to run a real estate business and not how to be a salesperson. Who could have guessed? They made a sale because the nationwide firm they work for with enormous resources assigned them to a client. There you go. I mean, Ray is so stupid here. Yes, Ray, many people paid for the real estate licensing course, but only a small percentage of them actually got to the point where they got the license and then actually did make a sale. But were any of those realtors told, it's going to be so easy, it's going to be so simple, you just get 3 other realtors who get 3 other realtors, and then you become a diamond level realtor, and then you become double black diamond when those 3 get 3 and those 3 get 3, and then your commission for the house that you sell goes up. Oh, and by the way, the sales are going to be easy too, because when you recruit people, you're going to sell them a house. So no problem. It's going to be super easy. And your commission's going to go up, 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 and you're going to get bonuses, and you're going to go on trips, and it's going to be amazing. Do you think, Ray, that maybe the reason, I mean, I could think of a multitude of reasons why people who signed up for the real estate licensing course ended up not getting the license. You know how I know this? Because I was one of them. I have personal experience with this. When I was like 20 years old, I was like, you know what? I'm sort of tired at working at restaurants and just like, you know, I'm sort of just going in a circle here. I'm just working at restaurants, doing random labor shit. I don't know what my future is going to be. And so I took my real estate licensing course because a friend of my dad, who was a successful businessman, owned hotels, told me that he thought that would be a good thing for me to go into. So I said, okay, you know what? I'll go into that. I don't want to go back to university. And, you know, that's something where, like, I'll pay for it, of course, but it won't cost me nearly as much as as university would. And my dad thought it was a great idea, too. So I decided, you know what? I'll get my real estate licensing course. So I paid for the course. Then I got in the mail these 2 gigantic textbooks. I didn't even get through the first one because, Ray, you're correct. There was so much legalese and so much tedium and so much fucking bullshit that by the time you got to the like online like education part of it, you had to watch these modules. And these modules were like a Microsoft like, in 2013, the Real Estate Licensing Commission decided, and you couldn't speed it up, and it wasn't even a real, think about that. The real estate, you know, people who are in charge of the real estate RECA, Real Estate Council of Alberta, at least where I live, all the money they have, that I could only imagine the amount of money they have, and they couldn't even just hire somebody to do a voiceover for this fucking video. I was like, okay, there's fucking 50 modules, and it's taken me an hour to get through the first module, and it sounds like this. Nah, bro, I'm not doing this. And I literally, just based off that, I was like, I'm not fucking doing this. I just changed my mind. I didn't want to do it. I went off, started doing other shit. So that's for sure one reason, Ray. I'll give you that. Absolutely. There's a multitude of other reasons. Sometimes people lose confidence in the real estate market. You yourself, Ray, said that you lost everything in the real estate crash. Well, maybe people now are trying to come back into the fold, and some people change their minds, some people don't, some people die. Out of 700,000 people, I mean, there's such a litany of potentialities that, you know, there could be many, many reasons. But again, the transparency is what makes something a scam. To defraud someone, I mean, it's crazy. I have to spell this out for a grown man. defraud, or even just fraud definition. Let's see what it is. Wrongful or criminal deception intended to result in financial or personal gain. This is not happening to every person that signs up in real estate. It is happening to every person that signs up to MLM. They are sold some great opportunity. They are told financial freedom, time freedom, and all the rest of it. And that never comes, nor is it ever going to. That's deception. In real estate, I highly, highly, highly doubt people are told, oh yeah, real estate, you should join. You're absolutely going to get this, and this is going to happen, and that's going to happen, and on and on and on. Are realtors being sold tool scams? Are realtors going to conventions and jumping up and down and going, repeat after me, believe, 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 believe. I am a winner. I am a winner. I am a winner. I am a winner. So fucking ridiculous. So fucking ridiculous. You know? What up, Specs? Yeah. Yeah. Okay. I'm reading your guys' comments. You can quadruple your money in a year, yeah. Uh-oh. Boothang.
Goon Squad dude.
Thank you. The goons, man. The goons. Where is it? Where's my button?
The goons, man. The goons.
Thank you, Chet Hanks. That's Chet Hanks' voice right there. I got a cameo from Chet Hanks for that. And I'm actually close with Chet Hanks. We're friends. Well, sorry, I wouldn't say close. I just mean close in terms of like proximity. We have each other's numbers. I edited some videos for him last year. We follow each other on Instagram. You know, good guy. Okay. Marco was part of an MLM confirmed. Yeah, exactly. Goon University. Gooniversity is actually what it's called, my MLM. This job is such a lick. They have to artificially create high barriers to entry. Yeah. Oh, the real estate you mean? Yeah. And it is really high liability. Okay. Even the easiest diploma mill online colleges still have a 30% graduation rate. People don't follow through with this shit. That's life. All right, let's continue and see where Ray's going with this.
Advertising, very expensive, right? Or billboard, more expensive. Or met them, by prospecting, followed up with them. Either got them to show a home, right? They showed them a house, or they went and visited them at their house and got the listing, or they invited them to an open house, and then there was a sale. That's called a pipeline. It's the same kind of pipeline in network marketing. So when people say, hey, only a few make any kind of money, well, that's the pipeline. If a few only made a little bit of money, it's a few only did the pipeline. And how many of the 700,000? So we know 600 and whatever that comes out to, 660,000 people whom had the intention of becoming a realtor, didn't do the pipeline, didn't make money. So wait, maybe realtors are a scam. No, I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is I want you to understand why something in sales works and why something in sales doesn't. So if I start a drugstore out in the middle of the desert and there's no roads, right? And I'm like, no one's buying anything. This doesn't work. Is it a scam? No, I have no pipeline. There's no one walking in the door. I'm not somehow getting people to parachute in and purchase things, right? And so it all comes down, any kind of sales comes down to pipeline. Now, you may bring up and say, well, what about this recruiting nonsense? They recruit people and tell them, things. I admit, the greatest strength of network marketing is also a weakness, and that is low barrier to entry. Why did 700,000 people buy the study materials, but only 113,000 even took the exam, and only 50,000 passed the exam? I do want to point out the study materials are expensive. The test is expensive. The study materials are, I think, 57 or 60 hours. My wife's actually doing it right now, right? So I'm not bashing.
How is she doing it right now, Ray? How is she doing it?
Realtors. I'm just giving you a comparison. I'm giving you perspective, okay? Why did all of those people intend, purchase, pay money into, and then not make any money? They didn't do the pipeline. But they had a barrier to entry.
Yeah, but they decided on their own. They decided probably on their own, Ray. that they didn't want to be a realtor anymore or whatever it was, that they didn't pursue it. They weren't continuously shamed and victim blamed and gaslit and told, if I don't win, it's because I don't want to win, which in my new video, you're going to see a recruiter. And this is really, this is sort of a sneak peek that I'm giving you right here. There's a person in my new video who I focus on in it. And I have footage of him at one event. And this is an event that's specifically targeted only to black people. It is an African American Leadership Council, that's what they call it, event for this company. And the person who is speaking does this routine, and every single person in the audience of like 1,000 people is a young black person. And this guy goes up at the front of the room and he goes, repeat after me. I'm a winner. I'm going to win. If I don't want to win, it's because, or if I don't win, it's because I don't want to win. Or if I don't succeed, it's because I don't want to succeed. So is that happening in real estate, Ray? Are people being told, you know what, this is an amazing once-in-a-lifetime, unlimited income opportunity, time freedom, financial freedom, and if you, I mean, it's so simple that if you fail at it, it's because you didn't really want it. It's your own fault. The system works, you don't work. Of course not. That's not happening in real estate. Are realtors, after paying that initial cost for their study materials, whether they go on to become a realtor or not, are they then going on and then continuing to make purchases month after month as part of some purchase quota, or because their upline pressured them into going to some event and spending money they didn't have and buying, you know, courses and access to private Zoom meetings? I love that, by the way. Limited space in this Zoom meeting. Bitch, it's a Zoom meeting. What do you mean limited space in the Zoom meeting? So he is absolutely on, you know, out to lunch with this. Amish, what up, Amish? Hope you're doing good, bro. Insane. Appreciate you, Monica. Appreciate you. I got your pipeline right here. Yeah. While Peter emphasizes random words, Ray emphasizes every word. So true. So true. All right.
Entry. So there was a drop off. With network marketing, there's a very extremely low barrier to entry. It's usually a couple $100, no test, no exam. Now, I might argue that there should be. They should buy some study materials. They should get educated. Most of the time, the person entering network marketing is, you know, hairstylist.
You didn't sell that house? Let me remind you of your why. Remember you told me that your mom who has one leg is also dying of cancer? Remember you told me that? That's your why. So go out there and sell that house to your downline who also signs up with you to become a realtor and then recruits 3 other realtors so that they're, you know. Someone that's doing this on the side. That's not their primary intention. I don't know the intention of the 700,000, people that started the path. I don't know that. I can't tell that. Jimmy Moon with the goon tax. The moon tax. Jimmy Moon, change that name to Jimmy Goon. Am I right? Come on now. Thank you, Jimmy.
And neither can you. And that's the mistake that's made when John know that. I can't tell that, and neither can you. And that's the mistake that's made when John Oliver and others bash network marketing.
By the way, Ray, correction here. I know John Oliver is the talking head in the video saying the information, but John Oliver has a team of writers. And for that one segment specifically, which Robert Fitzpatrick does appear in that video, but he also was a consultant on it and helped the actual creation of that video. Robert Fitzpatrick has been featured in literally every major publication about multi-level marketing. There was I think it was CBC News, Pyramid Scheme, Robert Fitzpatrick. I'll have to find it. He's in Betting on Zero. He's in Lula Rich. He's in that John Oliver video. What else am I missing? He has he's on my channel. So, Robert Fitzpatrick, it's not John Oliver himself that's bashing it. You think John Oliver's at home researching every single topic he discusses and then making a video about it? No, he comes into work probably. They're like, all right, what do we got? Okay, let's talk about this. All right, I'll go Google the shit and then bring it to me and we'll make it funny. So you're not just trying to debunk some wacky TV guy here. You're actually trying to debunk or argue against the world's #1 expert about multi-level marketing and pyramid schemes. As much as Scott Johnson would like to say he is the expert, it's Robert. It really is. Oh, we have new orders from alwaysmarcomerch.com? Ali Shamshad got some stuff from alwaysmarcomerch.com. And so did Janet. Janet, thank you guys. Ooh, the cult member tee. And let's see what else. Yeah, I love that. I love that cult member tee. And Ali, what'd you get? The black cult member tee. Ooh! The cult is growing, bro. I love it. Thank you guys. Thank you guys for supporting. All right. Yeah, Robert Fitzpatrick is a shyster. You know. Yeah. We'll all be homeless. Go Albania. No kidding. Do the pyramid dance? Oh, this one? Yeah.
For some, low percentage of people making money, you don't know their intention. And hey, by the way, at least they got something. They got some product, right? Usually you're getting some kind of product that you can, ingest or use or whatever. But it's intention and pipeline. And when you combine an understanding of intention pipeline with a low barrier to entry, you're going to have a high number of people that it doesn't look good statistically. Now, if you boiled it down to, okay, how many of the network marketers that joined actually went on to attend an event? That wouldn't be the same percentage as far as realtors because they had to take 60 hours of a thing, they had to pass an exam, right? It wouldn't be the same, but at least would be closer. And so when you hear a small percentage of...
But Ray, your own argument works against you here. Because real estate, you actually do have to have a license. Most MLMs that you join, you don't have to have any sort of professional license. There are MLMs that add to their disguise by requiring you to get a state license, for example, if they're an insurance disguised MLM. But most MLMs don't require you to get a license. So to your own point, it's a barrier to entry. It's not, it's not regulated to the same degree as real estate is. So to use your own point against you, if it's such a low barrier to entry and it's not as difficult as real estate because you don't have to get licensed, then shouldn't we be seeing a much lesser discrepancy when it comes to the total amount of people recruited versus the total amount of people that make a sale? For real estate, it makes total sense to me. For MLM, it does not make sense in any universe. So I wonder if Ray could explain that one.
The people make money. Well, that's true of anything in regards to sales, and it only relates not to the opportunity, it relates to the pipeline. How many people did they follow up with? How many people did they reach out to? How many people did they get checking out the product? How many people did they get to the open house? How many people did they, get to the chiropractic office, whatever sales it is? When it comes to recruiting, think more like an HR director. Does the human resources person, are they looking for talent? Right? And the difference is they're paying for time, hoping that it works out. In sales, they're paying for pipeline. They're paying for performance. Very, very different scenario. Okay, before I get to my next couple points here, what are you feeling? Is this helpful? Is that helpful to understand? So many people you'll hear say, I tried it, it didn't work. And I'll say, how many people did you get in the pipeline? And like, it doesn't work. It's just like, why don't you answer the question, right?
Also, MLM, another thing we didn't even talk about is that if you're a real estate agent, every person who does pass is eligible. This is another key thing. Every realtor who does pass, he talked about 700,000 applied, but only 35,000 or whatever actually got the license. Well, every one of those realtors is eligible to make money, right? In multi-level marketing, the majority of people in the company are always, perpetually, not going to be able to earn anything. So I'm going to give you an example of this. Once we're finished with this video, I'm going to give you an example. I'm going to give you it's a little bit of a spoiler for the video that I have coming out. Or rather, not a spoiler, but a little bit of a sneak peek. Yeah, pipeline brings the people, buddy. So I'm going to show you some numbers after this video is done to really bring home the point. But yes, what up, Mallory? Yeah, he is trying to debunk John Oliver. So let's see.
And so it is. And just so you're clear, if you're considering joining network marketing, you're going to have to do the pipeline.
Also, there's a question here from Higdon. Higdon says, are the licenses given from the insurance MLMs actually legit or useless? They are legit licenses, but you don't get them from the MLM. You go and take your state license. You sign up with the insurance MLM as an independent distributor. That's its own separate charge. That's its own cost. Then you go do your licensing. Then you come back to the company with that license, and now you're an agent with them and you're part of the system. So anyways, we'll get to that. So let me just go through this.
Right? You're going to have to talk to people. You're going to have to follow up with them. You're going to have to show them stuff. I wouldn't hype them. I wouldn't pressure them. I wouldn't try to convince them of stuff. Would a real
Sorry to cut in. But yeah, this is the reason that I was saying why most people in MLM will never be eligible to even earn money is because let's say there's you and then you get 3. Great, you have 3. Chances are now you're eligible for some bonus or some payout. Usually the very first level of the pyramid, you have to have at least 3 people. So, but what about each of those 3 people? So it's a 3-to-1 ratio. 3 people are not eligible to earn anything. 1 person is eligible to earn. Let's say those 3 each get 3. Now there's 9 in that third layer. So there's 9 in this layer, 3 in this layer, 1 in this layer. So that's 9, 12, 13 people total. But 9 out of the 13, again, 80% is not eligible to earn anything. So who's eligible? Well, the layer with 3 and the layer with 1. So let's say those 9 now each get 3. So now you're at 27. Now 27 out of the total amount of people in the company, again, it's still the majority of people in the company. It's always going to be, I think it stays at a static number. I think it's like 80%. Actually, it's 80% if you do 5. If you have 5 people. I have a whole video on this on my channel called Why Making Money in an MLM is Impossible. I'm pretty sure it's the pinned video when you go to my channel. So it shows this. So there's always going to be a dependency. This is what I mean when I say the system is designed for people to lose money, because for anyone to make money, there has to be a larger amount of people underneath them who can't make anything. So the profits of the company translate to the losses of its bottom layer or layers. Usually, I mean, again, in that video, I talk about how it's not just the bottom layer that loses, it's most of the layers, because as you go up in layers, the cost increases. There's bigger quotas to hit, the fees, there's new fees, there's more burden of responsibility to buy tickets for your downline for different events and things like that. They're selling the tools, as Scott Johnson and Peter Mingles love to talk about. So they find ways to make it so that, again, not just the bottom layer, it's like the bottom few layers. The bottom depends how deep down it goes. It's always the vast majority, you know? So, anyways, that's not what's happening in real estate, Ray.
Real estate broker go to someone and say, hey, you should be a realtor and you can make lots of money and you don't have to do anything. No, they would never do that because that would be a pain to them. It'd be like, I don't want that. I want a producer. And so a lot of times people entering because of the low barrier to entry, because of the no continuing education, because of the no exam required, they come in and they just aren't trained. They aren't trained. And so left to their own devices, a lot of them hype. Now, most network marketing companies don't suggest that. And
this is the bad apples argument, just with a different presentation. Well, those people were just doing the wrong thing. Those people were just had the wrong trainer. Nonsense. In my new video, you're going to see I focus on people who have been in the company, 3 different featured people in the company. One has been in it for 35 years, one has been in it for 12 or 13 years, and one has been in it for more than 20 years. So when you say it's a bad apples, some people are bad. Well, these are people who are like at such a level of seniority at the top of the pyramid that there's no way that the bad apples argument could apply to all 3 of them. So, you know.
And, you know, any that I've dealt with, they don't suggest that. Sometimes you have a rogue rep, and
a rogue rep, see, a bad apple. The follow-up to this, if I was Ray, I can already imagine, the follow-up to this would be the Dominic Izzo argument of, okay, so maybe it was a buyer beware situation. The person who made the purchase, it was the customer's fault because the customer did bad business. The customer bought something that, you know, they shouldn't have bought. And Dominic tried to make this very wobbly comparison, this analogy. He tried to say, if I go to the strip club and the stripper comes to me and tells me she's in love with me and then she takes all my money, is that her fault or is that my fault? Going to the strip club, as far as I knew, was never presented as a business opportunity for the men that walk in there. It's last time I checked, that was a form of entertainment, adult entertainment, where you go there to watch and interact women who are revealing themselves. So it's a completely stupid, baseless, hollow analogy, but he's trying to make it seem like if I went and spent my money on this thing and the person lied to me, I should know. But then that begs the question, okay, so are you saying then that people who promote MLM are all liars to the point of that, like on the same level as this supposed, hypothetical stripper? Doesn't that then prove my point that it's an industry based on deception? And of course, what's his follow-up to that? Well, I don't do that. So I'm the ethical one in an entire industry whose entire business model, who in order for me to have success, I would have to adhere to that business model, which is inherently unethical because it requires the majority of people to lose. So somehow Dominic Izzo felt that he was the white knight of MLM and the savior and the redeemer of MLM because he's going to do it the right way. We'll see in a few years how that's going for Dominic Izzo.
That I've dealt with, they don't suggest that. Sometimes you have a rogue rep, and that's what happens when you have a low barrier to entry. But I'd love to hear from you. And just so you know the difference, a rep is short for representative.
Wow.
So think of that like that's the person. They're not part of corporate. They're not an executive. They're a person that chose to join that opportunity and represent it and go out there and gather people. And whether they do that or not is up to them, of course.
By the way, I commented on a Ray Higdon TikTok that somebody tagged me in. Let me go to it real quick. TikTok. I'm in love with a stripper. Yep. Ooh, what's this? Pause this. Here we go. Ray Higdon. I'm sure he's blocked me by now, but is this it? Higdon Group? I'm not sure if I'm able to see the pinned posts, but let me see if I can sort by here, mentions and tags. Here it is. I'm about to sneeze. Fuck. Excuse me. All right, here we go. So this is the video. This is the TikTok I commented on. Here we go. Slight deviation here.
That's a pyramid scheme because only the people at the top make money. That's not true. You're thinking of the corporate world, where the manager makes more than the supervisor, that makes more than the secretary, that makes more than the janitor. See, this is pay for performance. I out-earned the person that recruited me. How's that possible if only the people at the top make money?
Okay, so he contradicts his own point. Because if he believes that the corporate system is set up in such a way that the manager makes more than the supervisor who makes more than the janitor, those positions are fixed until they change. But then he says, only a few seconds later, this whole video is 20 seconds long, and then he says, I passed the person who made more money than me. And in my new video, you're going to see a guy try to make this same comparison and say, it's a corporate structure. The government is a pyramid scheme. You have the president, the vice president, the Congress. Literally, he does that. And says in a corporation, the guy here at the bottom, he'll never become the CEO. But in MLM, in our company, you have the opportunity to go even further than the person that recruited you. So corporate America is the real scam. That's the real pyramid scheme. Anyways, I commented on this video and I said, here we go. I said, no, Ray, MLM is a pyramid scheme because it's a mathematically impossible endless chain recruitment model. Hierarchy does not equal pyramid. And then I replied to myself and I said, this video is a prime example of the logical fallacy known as false equivocation, apples to oranges. Oh, and Chelsea commented on it too. But only people at the top make money in a normal corporate, but not only people at the top in a normal MLM, let me try again. But not only people at the top make money in a normal corporate business. Everyone is paid. The janitor gets paid. The manager gets paid. The supervisor gets paid. The CEO gets paid. And their pay correlates to their unique abilities or their level of importance or replaceability within that structure. So it's not at all the same. And then Chelsea says, there will always be people losing money in MLM. Exactly. Everyone in a corporate structure gets paid regardless of where you are in the hierarchy. And yes, despite the fear-mongering that MLM promoters will use, you absolutely can get a promotion in a company. You absolutely can go from being a, you know, office worker to an office manager. It absolutely can happen. So, and in MLM, the money that anyone might make is a direct result of the money that way more people lost.
Pipeline, as you know now. What I would say is rogue is when they're hyping, making promises, saying anything other than the pipeline is how you create success. And so we don't want that. I teach very strongly.
Oh, is this what rep means? There you go. There you go, Panda. I know you were probably thinking repetition, but no, it means representative.
Against that. I remember when people would ask me, well, how long till I'm making big money? Well,
NPAS corrects me about Dominic and says, he's the bull of MLM, not the white knight. You're right. My mistake. Sorry. My bad.
Unlike all these different specials and, you know, what John Oliver would have you say that me as a network marketer said is I said, well, what if it takes you 5 years? And they'd say, 5 years? I'm like, yeah, you got a bunch of money coming. You got a hedge fund being released to you. You got, you know, a rich uncle going to pass away and, you know, get you rich. Because I wanted them to buy into the idea that this was a long-term thing. I don't want to hype them that it was magical and easy and then I complain when they're in my team. I want to be realistic with them. And I suggest if you are a network marketer watching this, I would highly suggest you be realistic too. Tell them, say, hey, it's simple, not easy. And why do I say simple? Well, it's simple because your job is one thing. Hey, are you open to take a look at what I got? Here it is. You want it? Right? You want to try it? Here's a video. Watch it. You don't have to do the patents. You don't have to do the trademark. You don't have to do the supply chain management, human resources. You don't have to buy the warehouse. You don't have to do any of that stuff. Which leads me to one more point, and that is, are all the reps just saddled with a bunch of product? Well, that's optional. Right? You're not, that's something that you decide whether you want to buy more product or not. And oh, by the way, that's like a lot of companies. So I have friends that they make these really cool interchangeable sandals, right? They like swap out the straps and stuff. It's cool. It's a neat thing. And I remember one time when they had a shipment coming from China, and it was one of those shipping containers, and they had 10,000 sandals in there, right? A lot of sandals. And somehow the roof of that got punctured on the way, so they were all ruined. That sucks, right? That's, you know, in business, sometimes when you're trying to get a lot of products, sometimes, you know, bad things happen. I want to point out, it's not just network marketing where you have the option of getting more. Now, were they forced to buy the container? No.
What a stupid fucking analogy. So you have all the responsibility of an actual entrepreneur or business owner and all the liability and all the risk and all the potential for fuckery, but with none of the privileges, with none of the rights, with none of the salary, benefits, tax write-offs, control, decision-making power, etc. Optional. Why would it even be optional? Why would it even be an option to increase your own rank or your own volume based on your own purchases? There is no pizza shop owner out there who is getting a higher level of commission at the end of the month or a higher profit off his pizza sales because he himself purchased pizzas.
No, they wanted a better deal, and they did that so that they would have a higher profit. That one was a lost gamble. That one, kind of stung. But it isn't uncommon for a business to have a lot of shirts. We have a lot of journals. We have a lot of books. I order 5,000 at a time. That's a standard business, but that is not something you have to do to be in network marketing. To have that option for people that want it, hey, why not? Like most businesses, you should be allowed to buy more product if you want, but that should not be a requirement. I've never seen it be a requirement for many, many, many years. So I want to point that out. And that's the last point I want to share with you is the big one that everyone screams, and that is only the people at the top make the most money. Well, I'm an example of why that's not true. See, I came into a company, I joined, and I became the number one income earner in that company. There were thousands of people in before me. How's that possible if only the people at the top make money? How's it possible? Pipeline. That's why. Because I just put more people in the pipeline than everybody else, and it's pay for performance. And guess what? In my first network marketing company that I was ever part of, I had 2 people pass me. They made more money than me. I
How? They made more money than me. How? Him and his wife are so fucking annoying. Can you imagine them having sex? He's like, ee. She's like, how?
Was kind of doing it on the side, and I was doing, focused on real estate. Well, real estate was going well. And I had two people that were very focused. They put more people in the pipeline. They out-earned me. This is pay for performance. This is not nepotism. This is not, the supervisor makes more than the, secretary, no matter what their skills are, right? This is not that. This is pay for performance. The person can come in with a master's degree, not get anyone in the pipeline, not make any money, be one of those statistics and complain about it, right? But that's true.
Exactly. Pay for performance equals pay for recruiting. This reminds me, the way Ray just goes on and rambles and the way Dominic Izzo goes on and rambles reminds me again of a different JCS psychology video. I brought up JCS psychology in a previous video, a previous stream, where I talked about Alec Manassian. And Alec Manassian, when he's being interrogated by police, says this phrase. He says, Alec Manassian was a guy who, a few years ago in Toronto, he rented a moving van and then drove down a busy street and mowed down and murdered a bunch of people with this van. And in the interrogation, he says, I changed the life status of certain individuals into a death status. He doesn't say I killed them. He says, I turned their life status to a death status. And it's just the way they go about. Anyways, I made that analogy in a previous stream. There's another JCS psychology video about this police officer. Yeah, she was actually a police officer named Stephanie Lazarus. And they found out like 25 years later that she had actually murdered this girl who used to date her. She murdered this girl who was the girl who started dating her ex-boyfriend. So Stephanie Lazarus had a boyfriend. They broke up. And then out of jealousy, Stephanie Lazarus murdered the new girlfriend. And then she ended up being a cop for 25 years. There's a moment in this. Let me see if I can pull this up. I'm going to pull up the transcript and then just search for this word. Okay, so there's a part in this interview where Stephanie Lazarus is asked a very simple question. I think she's asked, how long did you guys date for? Or do you know whatever, this guy? Very, very simple question. Something like that. Here, this is it. I found it. I'm the best. I found it already. Ready? So watch. And this, I'm just going to go ahead. This is an example. They are using this clip in the video as an example for a telltale sign of when someone is lying or trying to deceive you. And usually that comes with them giving a long-ass answer to a very simple question. Check it out.
Very common occurrence in interrogations where the suspect is facing serious charges, and psychiatrists believe it to be a subconscious coping mechanism.
I started school there in 78.
How long did you date John for is the question. I started there in 78. I was at UCLA.
UCLA in 1978. I graduated in 82. I don't even remember what year he graduated.
Yeah, Panda knows this video. Oh gosh, that was a million years ago.
If it was a year or two before me. See, I'm born.
So look at the timer in the top right. She's still fucking going.
I don't.
Well, correct me if I'm wrong, because.
So it took her, let's see, to 4:30 over a minute to answer that question.
He graduated. If it was.
There's more examples of that in this video. It's called The Interrogation of Stephanie Lazarus. If you want to watch it, it has 18 million views. Really, really good video. Anyways. This Ray Higdon shit just reminds me so much of that, bro. And it also reminds me of this. There's this clip is hilarious. So this is a Jordan Peterson clip. This is the most, I fuck with Jordan Peterson, but this is like the most insane rambling ever. This is Ray Higdon right now.
The question, did that happen, begs the question, what do you mean by happen?
Just a absolute nothing burger, as Scott Johnson would say. This was how my mind was feeling during the debate with Dominic Izzo. Well, then we have to define what it means to lose money. Well, then we have to define integrity. Then we have to define, you know, same with my debate with Gary Kornegay from Primerica. Oh, well, you know, if I go to the movie theater and I didn't like the movie, did I lose money? You know, just listen, look at this clip.
The question, did that happen, begs the question, what do you mean by happen? Because when you are dealing with fundamental realities and you pose a question, you have to understand that the reality of the concepts of your question, when you're digging that deep, are just as questionable as what you're questioning. You know, so people say to me, do you believe in God? And I think, okay, there's a couple of mysteries in that question. What do you mean do? What do you mean you? What do you mean believe? And what do you mean God? And you say as the questioner, well, we already know what all those things mean, except belief in God. And I think, no, if we're going to get down to the fundamental brass tacks, we don't really know what any of those things mean.
Sorry, Jordan. Fucking word salad, bro. Fucking word salad. All right, let's continue here. What up, Bam? Yeah, that lady did have crazy ass. Stephanie Lazarus, I'm glad she went to jail. That bitch was insane.
Of any
oh yeah, cue the babbling kid. Yeah, exactly. Where is it? Yeah.
That you
about as coherent as the Jordan Peterson thing.
And so I hope this was helpful to you. And you know, this is something I'm not someone that says network marketing.
And Pat says, the bloody pipeline, you darn fool. The line between chaos and order is like, you know, it's like God, man. There's a pipeline that you have to follow. And it's like, you come through with, you have these concepts, you know, and it's like, and then he starts crying. He's like, it's the way men just want to be. I got to work on my Jordan Peterson impression.
Marketing's for everyone. Because if you feel like you can join something and just make a bunch of money and not do anything, and you're not willing to teach yourself the skills needed for pipeline and getting your stuff in front of people, then you shouldn't do network marketing. Business isn't for you. And so I don't think it's for everyone. Anyone can, but they have to do the minimum. They have to talk to people if you want to make money. Now, I will tell you, there are other benefits to network marketing, and this is kind of, you know, on the side here, but I made a lot of friends. I had a lot of fun. I went on incentive trips. I had fun at the conventions. I learned a lot. You know, it's a huge self-development industry, so I learned a lot. I grew myself. So even though I did make a lot of money, I also got a lot of non-monetary gain. And so that's something that, you know, just off to the side. That's not my argument. My argument is always going to be pipeline. How many people did they get in front of it? If they didn't get many, they're not going to make much money. All right, so I have a...
So weird of him to title that video Multi-Level Marketing Last Week Tonight, John Oliver, and the thumbnail is him saying the truth exposed, and yet he didn't show one clip from the actual John Oliver video or cite one quote. I feel like this is a video that Ray just had banked and thought, I'm saying some bullshit about MLM, and for the sake of me getting more views, make this the thumbnail and make this the title. Good grief. So whack. Okay, so now I'm going to give you that example that I told you I was going to give you, okay? So let me pull up a couple images here. This is very top secret sneak peek shit right now that I'm giving you guys, okay? So bear with me a moment while I pull this up, okay? This is top secret shit. Open these up. Okay. Check this out. One second. Sorry, y'all. Bear with me. This is worth it. pull up my doc here. Okay, so check this out. I'm going to show you a little bit of sneak peek numbers here, okay? So what we're looking at right here is an important earnings statement. This is from Primerica. This representative has achieved an extraordinary level of success, blah, blah, blah. Most representatives, this is, by the way, this important earnings statement is the statement that you're supposed to include on any social media posts where you're talking about or promoting the Primerica opportunity or saying how much money you made. Basically none of them actually use this. They just go ahead and post whatever the income claim is, okay? So thumbs up the stream, by the way. This says, from January 1 through December 31 of 2021, Primerica paid cash flow to its North American sales force at an average of $8,410, which includes commissions paid on all lines of business to life license representatives, meaning to people with a license. Figures include US and Canadian dollars remaining in the local currency earned by the representative, not adjusted for exchange rates. Now, very important piece of wisdom for me to impart upon you. In 2021, Primerica had, I'm going to pull up another, I think I'm going to just pull up a blank like Google Drive piece of paper so that we can actually, so I can actually show you how fucking ridiculous this is, okay? New Google Doc. Let's just put this here, okay? Beautiful. And zoom in a bit. Here we go. All right. So you guys should now be seeing this blank white page. So I have another page open here that you can't see with my source for this. By the way, the source is the 2021 Primerica annual report, which was publicly available. So in 2021, Primerica had 394,374 new recruits. Okay, I'm going to put that word in capitals because it's important and you'll see why. Yeah, I'm going to bring this over here. So Primerica had, in 2021, 394,000 new recruits. Okay? Of those new recruits, there were only 39,622 licensed. So out of all, I spelled licensed wrong. Licensed. Yeah. So out of all those people that joined, 394,000, about 10% even got to the point where they were eligible to earn anything. And out of that amount who was eligible, out of this 39,000, average income was $8,410. So do some quick math here. 394,374 people joined Primerica. Assumedly, they all paid the $99 fee to join, the IBA, they call it, Independent Business Agreement. If you took the $99 times this first number up here, okay, let me delete this so that's not in the way. 99 times this is $39 million. So already $39 million from people who never even went on to become licensed, meaning they weren't even eligible to sell anything. We're not even talking about money that was made from Primerica's agents making sales and then Primerica getting a cut. That money, that $39 million, we're just literally talking about people that paid to join. Only 10% of those, so only 10% of the people who were recruited even were eligible to make money. Okay? Now, it goes on. At the end of that year, the total number of licensed sales reps, end of year, total licensed, can't spell licensed today for some reason, licensed reps, can't spell reps either, was 129,515 people. So, what does this mean? Let's break these numbers down. At the beginning of the year, throughout the year of 2021, almost 400,000 new people were recruited. These are people who paid the money to join. Okay, that's 39 mil right there in the bank. Out of that 394,000, only 39,000 got their license. At the end of the year, the total number of licensed reps was 129,000. So between these 39,000 people, the new people that got licensed during the course of the year, the end of the year, there was only 129,000 licensed reps. But what happened? I thought they recruited 400,000 people. And yet, at the end of the year, even including this 39,000 newly licensed reps, you only had 129,000 licensed people. So you had 39,000 people, brand new people who got their license, and then the existing amount of licensed people brings your total number to 129,000. So what happened to this almost 400,000 people that joined the company throughout the whole year? Well, I'll tell you what happened. They quit. So 394,000 people were recruited. Only about 10% of them were ever eligible to make anything. At the end of the year, the number of eligible licensed reps was this. That means that you recruited 400,000 people in a year only to end the year off with a licensed sales force of 129,000 people. So this is almost 400,000. So we're talking almost a quarter of all people were churned in the 1 year, and 90% of the new recruits were not even licensed to make anything, eligible to make anything, despite the fact that they paid to join. So Primerica made $39 million off those 394,000 new recruits, and then those people were never even eligible to make any money back. So average income, yes, somebody asked, for the year was $8,410. So let's look at it. $8,410 divided by 12 months is $700 for the year. Or, sorry, $700 a month. Forgive me. $700 a month. $700 a month. Now, this is $700 a month before fees. So this is $700 a month, not including the $99 fee that it costs to join, not including any events that you might have gone to or extra stuff you might have purchased, not including the opportunity cost of your time, where you could have been going and working part-time at a minimum wage job and making more than this, not including the monthly back office fee, which was $25. So let's say you joined for $100, $99, and then you stayed for 12 months and you paid the back office fee for 12 months. Well, that's 25 times 12, $300 plus the $99 fee, $400. So now the annual total for most people goes down to $8,010. This also doesn't include any extra costs related to your pursuit of the Primerica opportunity, gas, food, going to and fro the office, etc. It doesn't factor in any of this. Now, the biggest piece to factor in is that out of this 129,000 people, the average was 8410. 8410. But consider, some of these people, some of these 129,000 people who are licensed are the ones at the top who are making 6 figures a month, $1 million a month. So the number you see here, the 8410 average for the year, is inflated massively by the people in the company who made the millions. So basically, the example I always give for people to think of this, to understand how inflated it could be, is I want you at home right now, think in your mind, what is the average income between you and Bill Gates? If you had to take the average between you and Bill Gates, what would the number be? Simple. Probably the amount of money you made this year is so negligible and so small compared to what Bill Gates made that it's basically, to figure that out, you would basically just take Bill Gates' income and divide it by 2, because you basically made 0 compared to what he made. If you put them on a graph, like a bar graph, you wouldn't even see your line come off the x-axis. So Bill Gates divided by 2. So here, you have people in the company talking about they're making 6 figures a month, 7 figures a month. So some people made, if by that admission, if somebody is making, if even one person in Primerica was making $1 million a month, that means they made $12 million a year. And yet the average amount of all the reps in that year was only $8,410. So somebody made $12 million in the whole year, and yet the total average was only $8,400. That means that everybody else earned such a low amount of commission that this number was brought way, way down, or rather the actual true average earnings were inflated to this number. Doesn't take a genius or a math whiz to realize that the truth is most people lost money. Most of the people, and mind you, when I say most of the people, they recruited almost 400,000 people. Only 10% of them were ever even eligible to make money. Of the 10% who were even eligible to make money, most of them lost money. So, in a year, how many out of 394,000 new recruits made money? Basically none. It is such a small number that it is negligible. If we were doing, if we were doing like statistics right now, it would be a number that is so small, less than 1%, 0 point something, that it would be inadmissible probably. It would be negligible. It wouldn't even make it. It wouldn't even be counted. And that's just for one single calendar year. So the people who were making the money, they were probably there last year and the year before and the year before and the year before that. So basically no one made anything, basically. Less than, if you extrapolated this out over a 5-year time span, let's imagine there's 100 people in an MLM company and one guy at the top, right? So it's 1 over 99 that made money, 1%, let's just say, right? In year 2, pretend that the 99 underneath that one guy, the 99 left and were replaced by a new 99. Or most of them were replaced. Some of them stayed. Regardless, year 2, 99% also lose money, and the one guy makes money. And year 3 and year 4 and year 5. So over 5 years, over a 5-year span, you would see that of the 495 people over the 5-year span, because we're 99 times 5, 495, of those 495 people, the same guy every year made money. This is why it's misleading to say 99% of people in MLMs lose money, because it is so much. Rather, let me rephrase this. The reason that less than 1% of people in MLMs make money is a sort of ridiculous thing to say, is because the truth is the actual true number of people that make money in MLM is so much smaller than 1%. So if one guy over 5 years in this MLM that has 100 people, hypothetically, if one guy out of 495 made money, that's 1 over 495. That is less than 0.01%. So when Ray tries to compare this to real estate, or when Dominic Izzo tries to compare this to, well, if I went to a strip club and the stripper told me that she loves me, make no mistake, you're listening to absolute flim-flam, nonsense, grifter, scammer, mind tricks, illusions, delusions. That's what's going on. Let me see if there's another stat that I have written down here. Yeah, okay, I'm not gonna give away any more about this. But do we see now? Do we understand, boys and girls, what's going on? Okay, let's see. Oh, you like the Jordan Peterson impression? Thank you. So you're saying there's a chance? Yeah. Yeah. Guess what me and Bill Gates' average income is? Unemployment insurance pays what? Check this out. If you have never joined an MLM company, chances are they have paid you more. I have been paid more by MLM companies than 99% of all MLM reps who have ever been involved. So when Dominic Izzo tries to tell me, Marco, you were never in an MLM, how can you say? How can you have an opinion about it when you were never in one? Dominic, I have been paid by those MLMs more money than most of the people who have ever been involved in them. And I've earned zero from them. Because they're earning negative numbers. Not mentioning the tool scam, all good? Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Did you forget Tim Sales? From what I remember, he can pretty much... How old is on in a group of... Hold his own in a group of saying a lot without saying anything. So true. So true. Such tomfoolery. What up, Devin? George Santos was at the top of one. Oh, I didn't know that. What up, Jason Productions? Yeah. So, an absolute madness. Absolute madness. I want to watch some more. We looked at one of these earlier, but I want to watch one of these more.
This is how I plan to make 100K This is how I...
Oh, shut the fuck up.
I plan to make 100K.
I want to watch some more of these Ray Higdon TikToks to see what he's talking about on there. See the cringe. All right, here we go. Ray Higdon, God and money is his bio on TikTok. Can you believe it? Can you believe this? All right, let's see. Oh, this is one of those fake videos. Look, you can see the reflection of his ring light. He's like acting like he's in front of people, I think.
You're going to see the links. You're going to see the links of sabotage. You're going to know exactly where you're stumbling and where you need to improve on a energetic level, on a skill level. So you're going to get more out of this than a lot of events you've attended. You are leading people in a manner not to impress them,
but to impress upon them.
Get them
to impress upon them.
Believe they can do what you are doing. Pay attention to this. Whatever you do for your team, they think they have to do for their team because of different energies that you have had throughout your life and in childhood. It's very common.
Ray manages to play MLM guru, fake guru scammer, religious preacher, and therapist all at the same time. It's really, really spectacular to look at. And I don't mean spectacular and good. I mean, it is a spectacle.
For you to think, okay, how can I make everyone on my team successful? Some people will never do this if you don't accept responsibility for the things in your life you have right now. If it's everyone else's.
Shut up.
Hey. So I am doing a mic check. I'm here at the Michael Jackson 1 Theater. Look at this. How cool is this in Vegas? And today I'm going to be talking about prospecting and recruiting, how to get more results, how to become a top earner, how to absolutely crush it. And so maybe we'll have some clips from this that we can share. Here's my number one tip for building relationships. You ready for this? Because it's not...
Ready for this? Lie to them.
What you expect. Doing video. You doing more videos and you being vulnerable and you being consistent and you
oversharing.
Sharing more value out there has the ability to build you way more relationships.
How did he not turn around and yell at this lady for being in his video?
Relationships than you'll ever build by meeting people offline. And I know that sounds...
Ray would never debate me for sure.
Maybe strange. But I've had thousands and thousands and thousands of people send me messages and thank me for the value that I've provided, and I've never even met them. And so now this doesn't mean that I'm not suggesting, hey, don't even bother building relationships. I'm not.
So I help leaders reach new levels of hope, wealth, and impact through renewed perspective. One of the ways that I do that is I just ask the leader, what is the #1 source of frustration in your life? Well, I put God above money. Thank you very much.
You should put God over money. The money that comes.
Oh my God.
Shut up.
This is.
I want to find the ones where he impersonates anti-MLMers. Those ones are so pompous and arrogant and cock. Here, is this it? No, he'll wear like a wig and say, "Oh yeah, here it is.
Welcome back to the Survivor Group. Last week we had Dale sharing about
35 likes, by the way.
The concentration camp that he survived, and today we have Karen, who is the survivor of an MLM cult. Can you share more about that? Yes, I'm a survivor of a network marketing MLM cult, and now I'm helping to save others. Did they make you do things that you didn't want to do? They wanted me to do videos. They wanted me to talk to my friends and family, and they took money from me every single month. So they hacked your accounts and stole your credit card.
This is victim blaming, bro. I'm sorry. And the fact that he's so brazen and pompous and so cock to be willing to mock and make fun of people's, where did it go?
For the past,
do a fucking skit about it when he is literally the person that, like, one of the main people perpetrating these cults is insane.
Did they make you talk to my friends every single month? So they hacked your accounts and stole your credit card? Well, no, I entered that and you get, product and stuff. So it was like a scheme. So no one made money. Everyone just paid it. There were some people, made, 6 or 7 figures a year. How much? Not everyone made that kind of money. So you worked when you...
I like how in this skit, Ray's character of the therapist or whatever is suggesting that it can't be a cult because some people made money. Hey, Ray, every cult leader in history enjoyed a life of luxury and splendor and riches because of them being a cult leader, because of their cult status. They took and took and took from the members of their cult. The whole point of a scam, I like when they say, well, it's not a scam because I made money. Yeah, it's not a scam if you're the scammer. Me running a credit card scam, collecting everybody's money, and then all these victims are telling me it's a scam, and I scammed them, and I say, there's no way I scammed you. I made money. Well, yeah, exactly. The point of a scam is for a few select people or one person to make money off the backs of, or to the detriment of many others. This is a very disturbing video. Wow.
Wanted to, at whatever level, cancel at any time, and some people made a lot of money. Hey, can you do this kind of thing from home? Like, where do I learn more?
Wow.
Network marketing. Nobody makes money at those things.
Nobody makes money at those things. A dyslexic auto mechanic from Montana made over 58.
Even with dyslexia, I was able to lie to people and swindle my way to the top.
$8 million in 36 years.
Oh, right, yeah. You must have gotten a deal.
You cracked me up, man.
Only people at the top make the money.
Oh my God, what ignorant person told you that? The company I'm in right now, I got in after 4 years of it being started, and I didn't get a deal.
Whatever.
Who the fuck is this guy? This might Robert Hollis? Who the fuck is Robert Hollis? Am I about to have a new villain for the stream?
Hey everyone, welcome to the Survivors Group. I really appreciate you being here. Last week we had Kevin share about his experiences as a prisoner of war, and today we have Karen, survivor of an MLM cult. Can you share more about that? Yeah, I was in a network marketing MLM cult, and it was horrible. So were you kidnapped into this cult? No, I signed up online, but I had to tell people about my product or opportunity. So they forced you into labor and then kept the money? No, I didn't have to work, but if I did, I kept the money. They tortured you if you didn't comply. They didn't torture me, but they made me sit through all these personal development talks.
Also, Scott, you are AFCKTARD.
Thank you. Thank you, Jenna. I appreciate that a lot.
They threaten you not to leave? They didn't threaten me, but they were just constantly talking about how much money I could make if I would just do more work and how powerful I really was. So they encouraged you, some people loved it, and the whole thing was voluntary? Hey, where can I learn more about this?
What a fucking cock. Dude, I just searched up Robert Hollis and look what I found. This was uploaded, you're not going to believe this, 2 days ago. And it is Robert Hollis speaking at Eric Worre's GoPro. Dude, this might have to be a thing for a whole nother stream. But let me just peep this real quick.
Guess what? For the people who are watching via live stream, I just talked to the people backstage and got a little statistics. The live stream has been carried in 69 countries around the world. 69 countries. And just this weekend, there has been a total...
It absolutely can be exhausting for me, Johnny. If the scam is working, a few people will make money. That's how it works, exactly. He must be an Electrolux. Can we get Marco these shades, right? Yep. Super cringe, super condescending, super cock, super bad, super disgusting. Fuck.
Of approximately 2 million minutes viewed this weekend. 2 million of all the people that are watching all
2 million minutes. What a weird fucking metric. Imagine I had a video that only got 100 views and I was like, guys, great news. My video has got literally millions of milliseconds of watch time. I mean, it is absolutely just like trying to make yourself sound so much sicker than you are, trying to big up yourself, you know? Insane. Yep, you don't have to be a wounded veteran to experience trauma, exactly. Today we have victims of the sex trafficking industry, and then we have Scott, who was deceived by the Amway tool scam. Yep. In Scott's mind, those are on an even keel.
All around the world? It's like, wow, okay, that's pretty cool. A lot of people watching from all over the place. So hey to everybody, just give one big hey to everybody. How you doing? Miss you. Wish you were here. Hopefully next year. All right, what I'd like to do now is I'm going to bring up Curtis. We're going to get started with our first trainer this morning.
Who the fuck is this loser? All right, let me find... Oh, no, not Robert Hollis. Is Robert Hollis related to Rachel Hollis or Dave Hollis? All right, here we go.
Extraordinary ride as we kick off this morning. Get on your feet. Welcome to this stage, my friend, your friend, Mr. Robert Hollis!
Who the fuck is you? Why he dressed like fucking Fred Flintstone? This is his brand. He's like the Hawaiian shirt is my brand. Anyone can be a business guy. I'm a dyslexic mechanic. Why are you clapping for him like he's a fucking celebrity? Nobody knows this fucking guy. Who is this guy? I'm getting demonetized for the music. I forgot.
Wow, wow, wow. I know you don't know me, but I'm proud of you. I'm very, very, very proud of you. Aren't you proud of you? I'm proud of you. Don't even know yet. I'm proud of you.
Padding the runtime already.
Because you're going against the grain. You're doing the stuff that people don't want to do. How many people have heard these cliches? You know, successful people do what unsuccessful people won't. Do you know that's been my mantra for 26 years? Every time I didn't want to do something, successful people do what unsuccessful people won't. Here's something that I want you to understand, too, is that's really helped me. Oh, by the way, for some of you that do know me,
No way. You're kidding me. For those of you who do know me, pyramid scheme. Fuck. Why would you make that your logo?
I guess I got to tell the story now. Here's the story. People come up to me and they ask me, now, this lifestyle, I want you to understand this lifestyle. If you understand...
Took a lot of shit just to live this here lifestyle. Came straight from the bottom to the top of my lifestyle. But it did it on the beginning. Remember that Young Thug song? God damn, that was like 10 years ago.
This lifestyle, I'm like, every day I get up and I pinch myself. Because I can't believe that I'm living my dream. Every day. And I remember listening to some personal development stuff one time, and it was by Tony Robbins. And it said, what you need to do is you need to design your life. I want you to design a perfect day in your life.
Janet Miller says, welcome to the stage, John Smith. Yeah, literally, just nobody. Look at this guy. He just looks like a guy. This is a guy you would see in a fucking airport sleeping at the gate 3 hours early before the flight. Straight up. He's nobody. All these people are nobody.
A perfect day. And I want you to get emotional about it. When would you wake up?
Design your life. So, Robert, you designed yourself to look like that. Okay, sure.
Where are you when you wake up?
Bro, Rich Homie Quan and Young Thug were on that song. So was Birdman. Don't try to test me about my Young Thug knowledge.
What's the room look like? Who's sleeping next to you?
What up, Emily?
Where's it at? What's it smell like? What's it feel like?
Give it up for Jane Doe.
What did you do during that day? How would you like to get up and you don't have anything scheduled? You figure out when you get up.
Give it up for Chris Christensen. Give it up for Rob Roberts.
That's when you're going to do what you're going to do. You go talk to your spouse. You talk to your kids. What are you going to do today? And people see me dressed like this and they go, well, that's not professional. I want you to know these are Tommy Bahama shirts.
Wow, somebody called it. Who's sleeping next to you? Hey, yo. Everyone at 7 in the morning laughing at that.
For those of you that don't know, they make the most expensive flowered shirt. But I want to be prepared. And I designed one day, and I love the tropics.
Give it up for someone's uncle on vacation in Florida, literally.
I love the beaches of the world. And I just want to be prepared that if Eric says, hey, listen, what are you doing tomorrow? I don't know. We're going to Cancun. I'm ready.
So that means you couldn't... What a fucking dumb excuse. So you couldn't change your shirt to go to the beach? You couldn't have just changed the shirt? You couldn't have worn a suit and been professional and then changed the shirt? I feel like there's another reason for this.
I'm ready. I got to be prepared. You want to design your day. And then my goal for you is to one day live that day. You got to think about it all the time, every day. And then guess what happens when you're really successful? You start putting more than one day together. How many people know what I'm talking about? Now all of a sudden you got 2 days. Yeah, 2 days. Yeah, 3 days. There's people in this room that I've seen speak on stage during this event that I've never seen speak before. Never seen speak before. And I'm like, wow. They had that same dream. I'm not trying to be mean to the people that were speaking on stage here, but a lot of us are like misfits from Misfit Island. Did you hear some of the stories?
Who the fuck is this? Nah, go back. You think I'm just going to skip past this, bro. Who the fuck is this guy? cover up his face, and that's literally like a Johnny Depp scarf.
Did you hear some of the stories? If you guys don't know what I'm talking about, you got to talk. You got to watch Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer.
You got to watch RuPaul. Rudolph.
Because there's a bunch of us broken toys that ended up on Misfit Island. How many people feel like a misfit?
Dude, I know most of these MLM people go up there and spew mindless motivational babble, but this guy sucks. This guy's speech sucks. Raise your hand if you feel like a misfit. Yeah? Who knows what I'm talking about? Repeat after me. I'm a misfit. I'm a pussy.
The rest of you are lying. We're broken. All of us have been hurt. Jim Faubert said it perfect. You know, he said it in one line.
That last speaker you had, Rob Robertson, he said it perfectly. Earlier, you heard from John Doe. He was giving great value. Chris Christensen, he came up here and he said a lot of great stuff. You know, John Smith. I mean, hey, hello. The audience going crazy. I mean, who doesn't love John Smith?
Love you, Jim. This is a guy that I've followed for years. I finally got to meet him. Just like Colton said last night, some of these people don't know they're my mentors.
Give it up for Barry McCockner. Give it up for Jack Mehoff.
And so when I dress like this, and I don't know if you guys noticed, but I'm a little overweight.
Why do you keep raising your fucking hand? Raise your hand if you notice that I'm overweight. Raise your hand if you notice that I'm overweight. Oh my goodness. No. What up, Dead Poop? What's poppin'? Dead Poop signed in on an alternate account. He should be a mod. I don't know why his mod wrench isn't there. He must be signed in on an alternate account. Oh my god. Somebody come get your boy. Raise your hand if you notice.
And depending on how judgmental you are, you probably think I'm obese.
Raise your hand if you think I'm obese.
But like Jim Rohn said, at least I'm not unhappy, sick, broken, ugly.
This is the worst fucking speaker I've ever seen for MLM. Well, thus ever. This is so bad. Raise your hand if you feel like some chocolate cake. He grabs a piece of chocolate cake. He goes, see, I designed my life to enjoy chocolate cake all the time. So I'm here speaking at this convention. Who says I can't eat chocolate cake? Raise your hand if you say I can't eat chocolate cake. People are just like listening to him on the lav mic, like chewing. They could just hear like the sound of his mouth and like his lips like. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. The Joker. Wow, John Smith. That's John Smith.
At least I don't think I'm ugly. But how many people have seen that little picture where you look and it shows the guy looking in the mirror, the little kitten looking in the mirror, and he sees a lion? That's what I see in me.
So insecure.
What do you see in you? What do you see in you? I don't know, ladies, if you've seen this.
Dead Poop, don't worry, Dead Poop, I got you. Dead Poop, you are a mod. You are a mod. I swear this must be a different YouTube channel account Dead Poop's using, because he's always been a mod. I don't know what the fuck happened. If I accidentally unmodded you some time ago when I was updating mods, my apologies, but it's fixed.
And ladies, apologize. I'm going to focus here a little bit. But there's a Dove commercial. If you go on YouTube, put in Dove commercial, D-O-V-E, the soap. And this crushes me because they sat down with a professional FBI guy that does sketches to find criminals, and they asked the ladies to please explain yourself.
I'm sure this Dove commercial couldn't have been scripted, right? Yeah, Dead Poop. No, there's limited wrenches. So true. So true.
You're identifying yourself. What your eyes look like, what your hair look like, what your chin look like. And then they took the people that loved them and went in and talked to the FBI guy. and explained those women. And they put the artist sketchings next to each other. And they put them in front of every woman, and every woman immediately started to cry. Because the way they see themselves is not the way God sees you.
What's the point of this speech so far? I'm proud of you. I'm fat. God sees you differently.
It's not the way that the people that you love see you. How many people have troubles with this with their spouses?
To Joker, Jenny Craig. That was stupid.
Because when they fall in love with you, man, you're beautiful, honey. You're gorgeous. Maybe my hands. I guess I got a cute foot. I like my foot. How can people be attracted to you? How can people be attracted to you if you don't love yourself?
Gary Corcoran, yeah.
You're trying to attract people. You're trying to help people. This couple here kisses. See, I told you. Listen to him. That's what you did. You said, listen to him. I've been telling you all the time. You're beautiful. See, I told you. That was cute. Thank you. Gave her a hug and a kiss. Come on, the rest of you couples, hurry up and do it. Ah. But the whole point is you got to learn to love yourself. Question. Can you recruit yourself?
According to Peter Mingles, you can.
Marco!
See, we heard from the stage you got the best sales job you got to do is on you. But would you want you as a sponsor? No. I wouldn't want me as a sponsor. You just answered your question to why you can't recruit people. Because they see and feel the same thing you do. People see me dressed like this, and I got a pretty nice lifestyle. Hang around in some places that people like this don't hang out. Have a place in Newport Coast, overlooking Kobe Bryant's house. Hi, Kobe. Hanging around in Pelican Hills Estate at the grill. And I get these guys that walk in. And they're looking at me, and they go, "You're always here." Yeah. What do you do? I said, "You ever heard of those pyramid things?"
Wow.
Yeah, I've heard of them. You ever heard the guy at the top makes all the money? They go, "Yeah, I'm that guy." Yeah, I'm that guy.
You're not that guy, pal. This is so cringy and scary and unhinged.
Hey.
By the way, I have this on 1.25 speed.
Hey, you can sort really fast that way. And here's where some of you have limiting beliefs because you don't love yourself and you haven't sold out on this profession. Because I don't want to work with people that don't get it. Some of you are begging people to get in, and then you got to convince them every day that they made a good decision.
So cock.
Like, we could look at your caller ID. How many people you talked today? 22 people talked today. Good job. How many more are already in the business? 21.
I love myself. That's him. You ever heard of those pyramid things? I'm at the top of them.
Why'd you talk to them? Well, they're not sure. And next. And when you talk to successful people, they understand cash flow. They 100% understand cash flow. So you would think hanging out in Newport Coast, which is 1,700 people, 1,700 homes, one of the most expensive area codes you can live in, zip codes, both. And guess what? A lot of them go, great business model, excellent business model, because people understand cash flow. Isn't it funny when you hang around broke auto mechanics, they don't understand cash flow.
You raise your hand if you've ever been hanging around some broke auto mechanics that don't know about cash flow.
I didn't understand cash flow. I didn't understand leverage, residual. What? Be patient with people. Be patient with people. I had a guy walk up to me and he said, Man, last year at Eric Worre's event where you said the pyramid thing, I just love that. And I said, how many times you used it? He goes, oh, I can't use it. I go, yeah, you can.
This is what Marco acts like after the stream. So true.
How many people have you heard talk on stage this week? And
yeah. Also, the fact are we just gonna glaze past the fact that he said, "You ever heard of those pyramid scheme things? I'm at the top of one." What the fuck?
It feels like a week, doesn't it? My God, my brain hurts, and I love it. How many people realize that brain work is exhausting? People going, "You going out? I'm going to bed." I gotta process some of this stuff, man.
I wasn't even planning on watching this video, but fuck it, we're here. How long does he go for? Okay, not the whole time, thank fuck. Football video at the end. I wonder if it's Peter Mingles. Oh no, it's still part of his video. Who's this at the end with him? Let me skip ahead and just... Oh, Eric. For fuck's sake. Let me just skip ahead a bit and see what he's talking about. Bullshit.
I've heard of him. You ever heard the guy at the top makes all the money? Okay. Yeah!
Okay.
Me. You're going out, you're just chilling, checking out the scenes, and there's always that person that's in everyone's face. As soon as you walk in the club, they're like, hey, see you guys? And they're like, wham, 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 wham. They're loud, they're obnoxious. All the people that you don't feel comfortable around. How many people remember those people when you're in school? See, I'm that crazy guy. I remember my wife and my kids used to say, Dad, do you have to talk to everybody?
Imagine being this guy's wife. Ugh, dude, women actually have it rough, bro. There's dudes that I see out here, and I'm like, I actually imagine myself as a girl, and I just imagine if I had to like hold their hand and walk through a public place with them, or like lay back and let them, you know what I mean? And I'm not repulsed by it because I'm straight. I'm repulsed by it because it's fucking embarrassing to even imagine yourself affiliated in any degree with some of these people. This guy is one of those people. God.
We can't even go out to eat. You're hitting the waitress. You're talking to the guys on the table next to you. You're talking to the cash register person. Why do you got to talk to everybody? Hey, how do you like the house you live in? We love it. I'm talking to people. My number one phrase that's made me a bunch of money is I don't mind asking for help. See, some of you got to get over yourself.
I like how there's just like email notifications going on in the live stream.
You got to ask for help. Could you do me a huge favor? Could you help me out? Could you please help me out? Because that's what got me in this business. See, I did everything I was told to do, ladies and
gentlemen. Freudian's slip, hit the waitress. Yeah, I think he meant to say hit on the waitress.
Gentlemen, is there any people in this room that are pissed? I mean, flat out, you were lied to.
Do you love yourself? Fast forward 5 minutes. Are you pissed? Oh my God. Do you design your life? Are you pissed?
How many people love being lied to? See, I was lied to. I was told, go get good grades.
Fuck.
Go get a job. Work hard.
This guy stinks.
How many people remember going to their first job?
Oh, brother, this guy stinks. That's what's playing in my head right now.
Did you get there early? My God, I went the days before, so I found a good route to be at that job on time. I took shorter lunches. I didn't take any breaks. I stayed overtime because I was told if I worked my butt off that they would raise me up this ladder and reward me. They lied to me. No matter how hard I worked, it always seemed that God's got a sense of humor. And I put a little bit of money in savings, and then the transmission would go out on the car. And I put a little more in savings, and the water heater would go out. Can I get an amen? And I was suffering from another disease.
Chips. And I was suffering from another disease. Potato salad.
Bronchitis.
It's even worse than what I said. Bronchitis is a disease. You can't just say I was broke. Wow, how did he manage to actually say something more degrading than what I said?
I like the other one. What was the other one? Tuberculosis. I was suffering from bronchitis. Anybody relate? Living paycheck to paycheck. And then all of a sudden you start losing your dreams and you start losing your passions. Why? There's people in this room that could do their job in their sleep. And you've done it many times. You lose your passion because the excitement and the enthusiasm is gone. Why is it gone? Because you're not looking forward to it anymore. So now you just do what you need to do to get by.
I'm putting on a 1.5 speed. How does he talk so slow?
Because you tried the other one and it didn't work. It works here.
Motherfucker buried broke for real. Yeah, literally.
It works in this profession.
Pyramiditis.
Please try one more time. Please sell out one more time and bet on you.
Brokitis, the compliments craft dinner.
If you talk to every speaker that was in front of this room, every leader that didn't get a chance to speak in front of the room, isn't that amazing? The people that got to speak on this room are on stage because there's people just like us a few years away that are sitting in the audience. And we appreciate you. I'm here because a lot of people sold out and said, my God, if an auto mechanic from Montana could do this, I'm in. I'm dyslexic.
This guy raises his hand more than fucking Hitler. This guy having his shit up all the time. Who's got bronchitis? Who's pissed? Who loves themselves?
I don't like writing on whiteboards because you can't read them. Sort of like John. I love what John said. Hey, this stuff on the Elmo is for me. But how many people caught his passion? How about Josh Denny?
Write this down.
My God.
Bronchitis is that what happened? Come on, Jared. Thank you a deal. I'll make you a deal.
I was talking to my friends that are back there supporting me, and they showed up, and it was hilarious that I said, hey, how would you think about John and Tiffany? Oh. I go, you know who their upline is? They go, who? And I go, Josh Denny. And they go, so you can recruit who you are. Huh? How many people in this room are recruiting some people just like them right now? I got a question. Can I get one more minute? You know, can you give me one more minute? Can you give me one more minute? Hey, I just need a moment of your time. I just need a moment of your time. They're professional problem finders. And you recruit who you are. You're one of those experts that can find everything wrong with the company. And you recruit people and you go, I can't believe this person's always finding problems with the company. Better change the way you talk about your company. Isn't it funny? Some of the top producers, you walk up to them and they go, hey, tell me a little bit about the comp plan. Hey, I can point you toward a video. I'm sure they got it in the owner's manual. There's something there. Well, don't you know the comp plan? How do you figure out? I want you guys to, how many people really look at their downline and they're figuring it out? Here's the problem I want you to have. This is my problem. I have 678,000 affiliates in 11 countries. So you click on the downline and it just... It finally loads up. Now try find somebody. Wonder where Jimmy is. Right? Which one of the leaders said that? Holton said his wife's never even seen the back office. My wife's not interested either.
I bet.
Honey, look, I got some checks. I'll deposit them for you. Okay, honey. Do you think she likes depositing my checks? She walks in the bank, they open up a window. Over here, Mrs. Hollis, over here.
Appreciate you, Ronald. Yeah, today is a bit better. A deal? My world don't revolve around you, puppy. This is the worst speech I've ever seen.
Yeah. How many men in this room want their lady support?
How many men in this room want pussy? I'm the top son of East Pyramid scheming guy. Who's pissed?
I'll tell you how to get it. Pay her what she's worth. My accountant, through a pay service, wires money into my wife's personal account like clockwork every month. And I don't care what she does with it. She likes me.
She's cheating on me, but it's because it makes her happy. I want to do that because it makes her happy. When I come home into the living room and my wife is multiple dudes tag teaming her, it makes me happy to see. When they're doing this to her.
Women don't get mad at me. Men don't get madder at me. But people ask my wife all the time, what do you do? She goes, if I wanted to do something, I would have got married. And they go, what? She says, listen, marry for money, you can learn to love. They go, what? She says, listen, marry for money, you can learn to love.
Admitting his wife married him for money, all good?
Yeah.
No bars. This guy has no bars.
How many people are following me?
Why do
I had a
this?
whole deal with, around my family. When I first got in this business, man, everybody's going, oh my God. Bobby, because Robert's not a mechanic, I'm Bobby the auto mechanic. They're going, Bobby, we think you're living way beyond your means. There's homes and S's, homes and cars, and you're traveling all over the world. We think you're living way beyond your means. Well, I'm a little frugal. So,
Dead Poop, is your wife still in the pyramid scheme?
Not only did I was blessed to make good money in this company because I showed other people how to do it, but on top of that, I was putting money away. And then I learned from people that had money and they taught me how to invest it. I'm done. Long time ago with my finances. But that's not what's important to me. What's important to me is getting other people there. That's my deal. Heard it from Jim Rohn. Thank you. Jim Rohn said it best. Yeah, I miss him.
He forgot the quote he was going to say. Jim Rohn said it best. I miss him. He forgot he forgot the quote he was going to repeat. Jim Rohn said it best. Jim Rohn said it best.
That you do.
I miss him a lot. Like Eric said, man. It's like Eric told me the reason that he did Network Marketing Pro, because he thought, wow, what if someone had the technology they had today to film Jim Rohn every time he was talking and put it on the internet? So Eric now says that he's going to do his best to do that in this generation. Give me a hand.
Good man. Putting out false equivalence videos and brainwashing and manipulating people and scamming them and lying and doing interviews with people. Good man.
Which brings me to a point. I've never introduced anybody's book. How many people in this room has read Think and Grow Rich? Wow. Why is there anyone in this room that's ever promoted the book? Raise their hand. You know why you have no trouble promoting Think and Grow Rich? Because Napoleon Hill's dead. The reason you won't promote this book, because you got a problem with your ego. EGO, edging God out.
Oh my God. That is a new one. I have not heard that one before. Ego. EGO. Edging God out. That is so cringe. Wow.
The reason you won't promote Eric Worre's stuff is because you want to take it for yourself and you want to go teach it and be the deal. I made $1 million before the age of 30 because I was not the deal. I wanted to be the first guy with a mullet and a mustache. Hey, it was in the mid-'80s. I was looking sharp. I was going to be the first guy to walk the stage at their top position without a suit. Hated suits. Still do.
Yeah, suits are not comfortable if you're overweight, Robert. No offense, I'm not trying to like body shame you, but you can't just like lean in to being fat by being like, I don't like suits anyways. Well, yeah, you can't fucking fit a suit.
But all I did is find an expert that was smart enough to say the right stuff to get me in.
You did what to God? Yeah. God is like, oh, fuck, Robert. God is like, oh. And Robert's like, settle down now, God. He was jerking God off like this with it. His hands were like in a pyramid shape. And Ego was his name. Oh, wow, this guy is so bad.
And I went, I'm going to put as many people in front of this person as fast and quick as I can. And that's how I did it. Still to this day.
People go, hey, I got a question. I said, listen, I'm an auto mechanic on workman's comp. How can I help you? What? I make $900 a month. Would you like to make more than that? Yeah, then you need to listen to someone like Eric. You all have leaders in your upline, crossline. Go to work and fill the room. Put more people in front of their presentations than anybody else. And do it until someone asks you to get on stage. I think the biggest problem with our profession right now is we got too many wannabes. They're standing in front of the room teaching because they like to be up here. Who wouldn't want to be up here? You need to promote this book. I do. You go to my Facebook page, my Twitter page. Every speaker that was on stage here. How many people think Holton did pretty well? Right after he got off stage.
What could you possibly be writing down? What notes could this woman possibly be taking? Well, there's John Smith to the left. There's John Smith and Jane Doe in the pink behind him there.
Stage, I went and met him for the first time. Shook his hand. I said, man, you crushed it. I'm proud of you. You crushed it. I'm proud of you. And they took a picture of us in front of Network Marketing Pro and put it on Flickr. Me and him are top distributors of our companies and competing companies. Market, same products. Where else would that happen in the world?
Oh, you scam people too? So do I. Let's take a pic.
Me and Holton would have to be secret spies if we wanted to talk each other. Because it's just like paparazzi and the rumors out there. If Holton was seen at my house, oh my God, the rumors out there. I think Holton's going there. Just another excuse to not do what you're supposed to do for yourself anyway. What if I showed up at Holton's house? Wow, the rumors would fly. Eric Worre put his head down with the dream and put together this event so all the top distributors could get together and share with you instead of just sharing with their groups. Wow. If you guys see me at the first Eric Worre event, the Network Marketing Pro event, I heard that he was down at a seminar. Oh, by the way, you guys will notice that the wealthiest people and the smartest people, they cannot fill their mind full enough. When I was thinking about what I was going to talk about, and I thought, wow, everybody already took all my information. Because we all do the same stuff. Yeah, all we do is talk to people. Hey, listen, do you know anyone that may be interested? Being happier, healthier? Do you know anyone who would like to have extra cash flow?
And Paz, I was just about to say it. Yeah, this guy is, I think, legit insane. Insane. This guy will cause the first death by cringe. This guy is a glutton. This guy is a black hole of, you name it, food, just a self-serving person, a person who only cares about himself, selfish person. He doesn't care who he fucks over. He'll absorb the money of other people, absorb the energy, the time of other people, all to big up himself.
I love using the indirect approach. I can walk up to anyone, including my family members and people that have been in 14 of my 15 companies. Hey, listen, I need you to do me a favor. Do you know someone that's crazy? Someone that wants to be better? Someone that wants to live a lifestyle? Yeah, I need to talk to them. Well, what about me? What about you? Why aren't you telling me about the business? I know you. What's that supposed to mean? You would never look at this because you're one of the most closed-minded people I've ever met. I am not! Uh-huh. You know what my number one answer for objections are? People go, well, what is this one of those companies? I go, why do you ask that question?
Absorb the whole Golden Crop of it. EGO. Eating God out. Eating him out.
What's in your product? Why do you ask that question? I don't have the money to get in. You're a crack up. What credit card do you want to put that on?
What a douchebag.
You were just telling me how you don't like your life, how you're not getting paid enough. I'm teaching you how to start your own business where you can make millions, and you go, I don't have any money. You're funny, man. You're a crack up.
What a bully. What a fucking bully. I've got a special type of hate for this guy. Yeah, laugh at people and make fun of them and tell them, oh, you claim you want to change your life, but you're not willing to give me money to join this pyramid scheme. Wow. Potato salad judge at a barbecue, for sure.
All right. pretty.
Eric Worre.
I don't know this whale. He keeps speaking on my name. I have sent him a cease and desist letter. This obese man doesn't know me. I am currently suing him for damages. He needs to take his own advice
Thank
and
you,
lose
David.
some weight.
I already know that was David that did that, but thank you, David. This is insane. Here's the tea. Thank you, Beyond. This dude makes a lot of money. He stole from other people. He's obnoxious. He's ungrateful, and he uses his disarming appearance to grift. Yeah.
Incredible. This
Totally.
event, I'm telling you what, the first GoPro event, Eric didn't know it. For those of you out there that don't have resources, I don't have someone to help me. My sponsor brought me into business. I seen him do one presentation, and then he went back home. I was in the San Fernando Valley in California all by myself. Started doing meetings at a Denny's restaurant. Just kept doing the presentation. All day, every day. Until I got it. I was on workman's comp, making $900. Everything's up from there. Right? So what I want each and every one of you to do is, if we can turn the Elmo, I'm going to close out here really quick. Does anybody know what that is? Everybody's going, I'm scared to ask. It's a pencil. How many people know what the number 2 stands for on the side? It's the shade. It's the shade. Getting to a point here. If I could say this one statement to you, and I hope you say it to yourself every day. If what you know that you know that you know is not true, when would you want to know? If what you know that you know that you know is not true, when would you like to know?
Literally the Jordan Peterson thing I talked about earlier. What do you mean by knowing?
That you had.
You know?
I love saying that to people because they say now, and I go, you better be ready because I'm going to give you some info that's going to blow your mind. Thank you, Richard. So here it is. What's in the center of this pencil? Lead. This is a number 2 lead pencil. And if I went like this, I could get lead poisoning. There's no lead in this. The center of it's graphite. Where'd that come from? I don't know, the same place where it's raining cats and dogs. Have you ever seen that?
Raise your hand if you want this to stop.
Thank you, Johnny. Yeah, dude. This is literally insane. Like, this guy... You know, Ray is more smug, and it's, like, easier to dislike him on his face because he is just such a fucking douchebag, and he doesn't even try to have redeeming qualities. But this guy is, like, trying to seem, like, sweet and sort of, like, yeah, disarming. This is insane.
And what is this right here on? Adam's apple.
Sorry, can you show me again? I didn't see.
Well, where'd that
This was uploaded 2 days ago, guys.
come from? Well, you know the evil women. They tempted Adam, and he took a bite of the apple, and it got stuck right here. How many Bible scholars do we have in the room? Apple is not in the Bible anywhere. Tempted him with the Bible, apple. How much stuff do you got programmed in your head, like Holton said, and the rest of the later said? How many people would like to learn how to dump that
Peace out, dead poop.
garbage? See, someone took this pencil and wrote a novel and became a millionaire. Someone took this pencil and drew and became a millionaire. One tool. And how many tools did you guys get? How many tools does Eric make available? Pretty amazing, huh?
What? This isn't from 1996? Hilarious.
So I want to show you guys a quick video to close out. But before I do, Eric, I know you didn't find this, but I'd like you to come up here. Give Eric a hand. Eric, 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 Eric.
Imagine this guy having a fit of rage. Like, it would actually be so scary. Acting like a big goofball, but you can tell this guy's fucking unhinged.
I want you guys to watch the video with me. Okay? Let's watch the video. All right.
Coach, how strong is Westview this year? A lot stronger than we are. I think you can do it with Jeremy on your back.
Peter Mingo's playing football. I'm skipping this.
Ooh, closing line.
Keep playing it for a
Keep playing.
Is that it?
That it?
Hold on. Can we keep playing it, guys, or no?
The
It froze?
laugh.
It froze?
Man, then I got to deliver the line, Eric.
Deliver the line.
Wow, it froze so bad. Write that down, yep. Grab your pencil and write that down.
Hey, brother. Bring it.
Stay over here.
Don't quit. Don't quit.
Don't quit. Don't quit. Brock, you're the most influential person on this team. If you don't believe that we can do it, your team's counting on you. The team is counting on you, Brock. Can I count on you? Can I count on you, Brock, to lead this team? You're a born leader. You are a born leader. You gotta be the Brock for your family. You gotta be the Brock for your family. And it's funny because while you watched that clip, did you see everyone laughing? He's never gonna make it. How many people got those people around you? And then I love Jeremy at the end. While he was saying that, the coach was saying it, he says, you just carried a 140-pound man across the whole thing. You got what it takes. God gave you the gifts already. Every one of you already have the gifts to pull this off. And he said, 140 pounds. And you see this Jeremy stand up there. Coach. He finally says, what, Jeremy? He goes, I'm 170 pounds. You're always going to have these idiots that never get it. And they're never going to get it. And the reason I invited Eric up is because building Network Marketing Pro took a lot of courage. And I'm Jeremy, and I'm going to figure this out. And I want to thank you from my heart for being my Brock. Thank you for carrying it.
What the fuck? What the fuck?
Love you. Bye-bye.
Bravo. I said Robert.
He gives me the type of vibe of like a guy who gets drunk at the blackjack table in Vegas and they try to tell him like that he can't play anymore, and he's like that scene from Casino where Joe Pesci is at the casino. He's like mad at the dealer because he keeps losing blackjack. He's like, hit me again, you fucking bitch. I can see this guy doing that. Insanity, bro. Absolute insanity. He is a predator. He does strike me as insane. He does strike me as a rager. Wow, bro. Fuck. What's that saying? Somebody help me find this quote. It's a quote about religion, and it's something to the effect of like, people who have morals don't need to try to prove that they have morals by hiding behind their religion or something like that. I'm butchering it, but people with morals, let me see if I could just find it, because this dude reminded me so much of that. People with morals don't need to hide behind religion. It was definitely said in a more, I don't know. Religion is often associated with virtue, but if you're actually a virtuous person, you don't have to, you get what I mean? You don't have to uphold or like brag about your virtuosity or your religious goodness, Let's see, religious abuse. A dichotomous thinking, us versus them, making fun of, belittling, and showing prejudice towards others' beliefs. Not showing it, all good. Where is it? Pull it up. Jamie, pull that up. Let's see. The narcissist makes fun of other beliefs. Suddenly, they become elitist and refuse to associate with people or groups they consider impure or unholy. They require you adopt that your their point of view. Demands total submission without question. No longer satisfied with private dominion, but needs the appearance of power in public. Intimidate and label people who don't comply with their beliefs as disobedient, lacking faith. I mean, MLMs do this. MLMs are very similar to religious cults. Demand perfection and happiness. Demanding a positive mindset at all times, I guess you could say. Strict adherence to their rules. Listen to your upline. Secrecy or withholds information. Okay. Questioning them is worse than questioning the religion. Gaslight them. The narcissist frequently uses their religious position of authority to connive for their own personal benefit, often financial. They will justify this by saying they deserve it because they're better than others. The ends justify the means. Estrangement from extended family members. Yep. In my new video, you're going to see them saying, you know, you have to be able to say, I'm going to love you from a distance. And if people tell you, that's my mom, that's my brother, you need to say, you're doing this for your mom and your brother. They'll understand one day. They'll thank you one day for cutting them off. It's absolute insanity. Whew, that guy sucked, bro. 100% I mean drunk. Yeah. Wow. It's not that he said nothing. He said less than nothing. His speech actively took words away from me that I will never get back. Speaks for itself. I will bet his wife is not happy. I obviously missed the beginning. Yes. False realities lead to wrong moralities. Bars. That's actually a bar. False realities lead to... Come on now.
Bars.
Wow. Grind set, baby. Well, that's it for me for today. Tomorrow, Losing Fortunes Radio, we will be back with Scott and Peter, and we're going to see what they have to say, what Scott has to say specifically about his identity being revealed. Thank you guys for supporting me. I really appreciate y'all, man. Yo, if you're watching this on the replay, Pande Replay by Rihanna, you know that like button is open 24/7.
Thumbs up the team.
You know that Streamlabs link is open 24/7. You know that Patreon is open 24/7. You know that them YouTube memberships to have a green username in the chat and a star next to your name is open 24/7. So, yeah, holla at your boy and join the Discord. That Discord open 24/7 too. I'll put the link in the chat. It's also in the description. And yeah, pull up in there. There's almost 700 people in that server now. So Obama. Pull up in that, you know?
Thanks, Marco.
You're welcome. All right, y'all. See you tomorrow night. Peace.
Marco. Fuck yeah, you Marco. Marco. Marco, go screw up.
That's haram.